Well, hello, friends. I hope you all had a very wonderful Saturday. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, yeah, today was the big day for our family. Our oldest daughter, Olivia, got married to her now husband, Joseph, and we just had an amazing day today, and it's very late here. As you can see behind me, it is nighttime. It is about 9 o'clock at night. So things are definitely, winding down for the day. And when I was getting ready earlier, I would have recorded this a lot earlier, but because of how busy I wasn't able to. But what I had on my mind earlier for you all was, if the rapture were to happen or if you were to die, are you prepared for that? In other words, let's say today was the day. Let's say we just we're out of here. Have you, tied up loose ends? Maybe there's a relationship that, needs tend to. Maybe there's a friend you've meant to talk to and you haven't. What is it that comes to your mind when I ask you that question? I did a video several months back where I talked about living like you're dying. And I know what a lot of you are thinking. You're like, wow, she really thinks, so down the dumps, and I'm really not. I'm speaking reality. And the reason why I thought of this today is because, with Olivia getting ready for her wedding, it's just like we, the church, are getting ready for Christ to come get us. And that's where I was thinking with that was, we're getting ready for our, groom to come get us, right? We're the bride of Christ. So friend, when I ask that question, are you ready to go? Really think about that. What are some things you can do to be quote unquote ready? Now, I don't think any of us are going to be 100% ready. I really don't think so. I mean, even the most prepared person is going to have something that they, there's, things out there, loose ends that we don't think of. I mean, we're human, right? But really, think about that today because none of us know when our day is up. Last week, so my best friend from childhood, I won't name her on here, but we grew up together and she had lost her father a long time ago and then her mother died last year. Well, now, friends, her husband died too. And she's left with her, little girl around Savannah's age to raise. And it more and more got me thinking, okay, am I really ready to meet my maker if, I was suddenly taken? Because, like I said, we don't know. And I pray for that friend all the time because I really don't know where she's at spiritually. All I do is just share with the way as I can. I mean, anyone that's friends with me online, they definitely know, my channel. I don't hide what I believe and the truth. I don't. And if I did, I would be doing everybody a disservice. So really ponder that. Are you really ready to meet your maker? Because all of us have an expiration date if the rapture doesn't happen in our time, which I do still think it's very close. I really, really do. I really think we're moments away from it happening. But like I said, if you're taken before that, are you really ready? Make yourself a list of things that, man, if I found out today I had cancer and I'm going to be here only 6 months, what are those things I want to do? What are those, what is it, bucket list? Is that what they call it? What is my bucket list going to say when I'm suddenly just gone? Because you don't have another shot here on this earth. Yes, if you're a born again believer and you know the Lord, yes, eternity is amazing. But while you're here, you don't want to get to heaven having regrets like, oh man, now I wish I would have done that. Oh, darn it, I should have spoke to this person. I should have restored that relationship. Friends, I don't want that to happen to you. Really, really think about that. I want you to go a little deeper because we're changing seasons now. Summer is winding down. We're going into fall. So as each season comes, just it's time for renewal, in my opinion. When each season ends and a new one begins, I think to myself, okay, how am I going to get ready for this next season? We're going into fall. So we take down the summer stuff, okay? We put away the beach clothes. We put away the, lawn furniture, and we start pulling out, the fall stuff, the fall colors. We get the kids getting ready to go back to school. So as each season is, changing and things are winding down and something new is, starting on a new calendar, start thinking, am I really ready? Am I really ready? Like that wedding today with Olivia. Was I really ready for that? At the time, I was just going through my mind thinking, man, it doesn't matter if I'm ready or not. It's happening. Just like when the rapture happens, doesn't matter if we're ready or not, friend. He's coming in his time, in his perfect timing. He's never late. He's not early. He's right on time. Right on time. And our time is not always his time, is it? No, it is not, friend. So I hope that you kind of think outside the normal day-to-day. Because remember, the enemy, he just wants to go sideways with us. He wants to keep us busy. Look at my house behind me. I mean, I have a mess. But you know what? That'll be there later. You need to hear this. I know someone needs to hear what I'm saying, because we are all getting bombarded with information, stuff going on, kids going back to school. I understand that. But we need to sometimes step back, like I've said before, and just pray on things. Pay attention to what the Lord's telling us. Get in that quiet place. Don't let all this stuff in this world, lose sight of what's hereafter. Because I see so many people, and Christians too, we're acting like this is it. We're living this life like this is all that there is. And there's not, friend. There's way more outside. We have to get outside our little Christian bubble or worldly bubble if you're not, saved yet. I say yet because, there's breath, there's hope. So really, I want you to, think about those things. And what's really cool that happened today that I didn't realize until way later? Our church not only recorded the wedding ceremony today, they also put it on YouTube for us. I didn't realize that, because our church has a YouTube channel. And I spoke with the pastor, and he was like, yeah, just share it. So I am going to leave the link to our church below with the ceremony, so you get to see us and be a part of that celebration. I thought it was such an amazing thing. I never would have even thought of that. It was actually Joseph's idea to do that, because his hopes was like, maybe my family can see it, and even my mother, as sad as that is. I wanted my viewers, if you're interested to see the celebration today, to see the ceremony, we would love to share that with you. So I'm going to leave that link below, and please like and subscribe to my church's channel, because Pastor Ron does an amazing job. I mean, he's a great pastor. Of course, I'm biased, but he really does. He speaks truth, and no fluff. He just gives it to you straight, and that is the way it is. We love that about him. We love that about our church family. We are one big family, and, that's what it's going to be like in heaven, friend. We're all going to be family. And you know what's the best part about that family? It's going to be perfect once we're there. You're not going to have the fighting and the arguing and all this sort of thing. Now, today was no fighting at all anyway. The church, anyone that's watching this video right now that is from our church, thank you all so much. You just made the day so much brighter and better, and just what a gift. I mean, really, it was there's just no words. I was speechless. It was definitely an answered prayer, because Jeff and I were thinking, how the heck are we going to pull this wedding off? We had no idea. I mean, really, when I tell you I prayed about that and just left it in God's hands, I'm telling you the truth, because we had no idea that all this stuff was just going to fall into place. And that is another message I want to give you too in this video. You're getting two for the price of one. That really, if you pray and you ask God, Lord, will you please help me with this? Because I don't know how to get this all to work out. I really don't know. And you just kind of take a deep breath and you're like, you hope for the best. It really does work out. It really does. It's kind of cool because it's better than when we stress out and we try to do it all. It works way better because Livia's wedding, not that I'm not thankful for the small wedding Jeff and I had. I'm not saying that, but it was better than ours. I mean, I was so blown away with how amazing everything just turned out. I mean, everything. And we thought to ourselves, we're just going to something small and simple to just kind of make it easier on everyone. And the church just not only stepped up, but man, oh man, they really just, from the kitchen all the way to the front of people coming in the church, everything was just beautiful and perfect. So yes, if you're interested in, being part of that, please click that link that I've added below. I hope you love it and appreciate you all being here so much. I have so many subscribers. I'm grateful for all of you. You mean the world to me. And if you like what I'm doing, please leave me a comment. And if there's a topic that you want me to cover, please, I would love the ideas. I do have a couple more coming up this week because I'm very thankful for what the Lord puts on my heart because I just want to give you the blessing of that. Because I just love it. Where I can help someone else. That is what makes me so happy because it's not about me. It's first about Jesus and then sharing that love with you guys. So yeah, you all mean so much to me, really. And yeah, I'm not going to ramble anymore because please go there and watch that video. And if you don't have a church, you got to get to a church tomorrow, friend. Don't waste time. Get to a really good Bible-believing church. Even if you have to scope out a few first, that's fine. But really, try to get part of a church community because I'll tell you what, that is true family right there. It really is. Really. So get into a church, read the word every day, pray. And all these things are not anything that takes like a ton of time. We scroll Facebook. If you have time for that, you have time to get into the word and get to church, okay? So like I said, I'm not going to ramble anymore. Click that link and I will see you again maybe tomorrow. We'll see where I'm at. I try to get on here every day to say hello to you guys, but I'll see where I'm at tomorrow. I'm a little tired. But thanks again, friends, for being here. I thank you so much, and I will see you again in the next video. And until we see each other again, just know, God, He really does love you. I'll see you again later.